And like I mentioned, the market was down slightly yesterday. What's the picture like today?
Yeah, good day to you, Wole. Market is looking up as we speak, inching up to close to 1.0.313, and I think most of the gains are actually coming from non-banking stocks. The likes of Dangote Flour and Mashaka actually leading the pack. I think the market is looking good, even though it's still early in the day, for us to know the direction it's going to take eventually.
All right, so it's quite amazing, the market rally we've seen. It's actually amazing. I mean, a month ago, the market was probably up about 5-6%. Today, it's up 24% on the back of the major gains we've seen. Your thoughts on the extension of this rally going forward? Do you think it can be sustained?
Well, to my mind, I think that we may not see the kind of quantum leap in the rally that we've seen in the past 1 or 2 months. We tend to, probably record marginal increments as we go down to the incoming months. Don't forget the fact that the month of October, is a month where most of the banking stocks Q3 results will be released. And I think that most of the results that will be coming out will be very fantastic, and that will, create a new level of, layer of movement for most of the banking stocks. But I think that, except for any extraneous factors, the market should be on a stabilizing level, going forward.
All right, one stock that I think is quite interesting, the move we've seen there is Fitsin. And last week it was up about 50%, or 49% to be exact. I mean, that's unheard of. We've never seen that kind of movement. And of course, that's on the back of the extension of the price limit from 5% to 10% on a daily basis. So your thoughts on how far the likes of Fitsin can go?
Yeah, quite clearly, Fitsin is one of the market-making stocks, and looking at the trajectory of Fitsin, it's a strong brand. Results have been very fantastic. Management team are quite top-notch. I think that we've seen Fitsin move from a price of about 86 kobo down to 1 naira 42 kobo as of yesterday. As we speak today, sorry, about 162 yesterday. As we speak right now, it's still inching up. Even though it's a bit weak, but I think that is likely going to close maximum for today. Fixing probably on a scale will close between 1 naira 90 kobo to 2 naira and begin to tin up. I think it still has some mileage to run through, given the fact that they have an impeccable track record in their profit sharing, their dividend policy, as well as their management and skills. Moving forward.
I guess
so I think it's a good stock.
This is a very good test case for how effective the market-making strategy is. If I wanted to get huge volumes of Fitsin, is it available right now? Is the market maker supplying the market right now?
Yeah, right now we're seeing very tremendous volume, running through Fitsin. I think that quite clearly a lot of investors are actually coming in to taking positions preparatory to when it's going to hit the rooftop. And that's why you saw this block volume was traded yesterday. And I think that as we speak, even though it's still early in the day, we're seeing volume fixing leading the pack in terms of volume transactions for today. To my mind, I think that we're likely going to see more volume coming on fixing, and that will translate to the fact that the price will inch further up, as we go into the next.
But how available is it? Can I get the stock? Can I get huge volumes of
Very well, very well. The market makers are quite at play.
Right.
If you want it, you can get as much as you need.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. And let's move on to some other companies. Transcorp, I think, is one that will be grabbing the headlines later today, as we're hearing right now that they were part of a consortium that won one of the power generation companies, the bids rather for the power generation companies. And what figure I'm hearing is that in that consortium they're paying about $300 million. And your thought, to what extent has this impacted the share price, that news?
Transcorp, like we all know, well, it's highly diversified company, with interest in the agro-allied areas, the oil and gas, and now they're going to the power sector. I think that having won this generating bid is a mileage in their capacity. And I think, to my mind, that it's a stock that is beginning to rally. It was down yesterday close to almost 93 kobo. Even today, it was going 90 kobo. But as I speak, there's renewed interest in it. There's renewed bid in Transcorp, and it's doing maximum 1 naira. I think that on a scale of 1 to 10, we should see Transcorp running well over 150 in a couple of months down the line. Given the fact that its trajectory is very bright. the themes are on ground. They know the onions, they know what they are doing, and the record speak for itself. So I think that Transcorp is a stock to look out for as we go into the Q3 space, And don't forget the fact that too that the hospitality business they're into, the result has been phenomenal in recent time. I think it's a stock you have to look at down the line.
All right, so okay, let's round this up with another broad general thought on the broader market and the strength of this rally. And we've seen the market move in the past. It hasn't been sustained. The market has moved about 20% in a month. Your thoughts on this rally, is it different from what we've seen in the past? Is there anything out there that makes you a firmer believer in the rally today?
Yeah. If you cast your mind back, this rally is a sustainable one. It's quite inorganic movement. It is. You can see that GTB has come to stay at 19. Same goes for First Bank. Zenith is doing well over 16. It's been there. You don't get to see those kind of out of sequence movements and ballooning down and all that. We've seen a very consistent rally over the period of time. I think that consistency is likely going to go forward. In the Q3 space, I think the market has come to stay. We've got the indicators all looking good, and from time to time, you're likely going to see profit takers coming in to bringing down the stock marginally down, but you're not likely going to see those kind of very deep and huge movements on an upward scale or downward scale astronomically. I think we're on a good scale. We're on a good scale.
We certainly hope so, and we look forward to seeing how the market rally moves over the rest of the